Welcome everybody to the final episode of SmackDown, and it's also our final stop before Backlash. My name is Chris Medic and I'm joined tonight by Matt Rash.
Oh, it's the last episode of SmackDown, the last stop before Backlash. Let's get it on. We have a packed show for you here tonight.
Yes, indeed, two huge matches on our card, but this man right here has a huge match at Backlash against the Beast, Brock Lesnar. And the winner of this match will fight for the WWE Championship in the main event of that show, but right now he has some words to say about that. So he has a very clear goal set in his mind. He wants to become the champion, and he won't give in, even if his opponent is the Beast.
Well, if there's one person that can overcome the odds against multiple-time world champions, then it's this man here, right here, Daniel Bryan, who has won world championships in the past, facing more than one obstacle. And I feel like this might be another another stepstone for Daniel Bryan to overcome to get what he wants, the world title.
And we already talked about the men's world title. Now we're gonna shift our focus to the women's world title, because right now we will find out who will be the opponent of Sasha Banks at Backlash in the match to crown the undisputed women's champion. And the first competitor in this match is the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, and she is definitely one of the most dangerous women in the history of WWE.
She's going to face one of the most popular women's wrestlers over the last couple of years, who has made her way up to the ranks of a, women's world-class athlete. But Shayna Baszler, who has been not only in the wrestling business for a long time, but also the mixed martial arts business for a very, very long time, competing in the UFC. This will be a very tough task for the woman from Dublin, Ireland.
Some call her the face of WWE in 2022. Becky Lynch is in the house and she has a new attitude, as we can see here. No more running around, all focus, and focus is everything you need when you face Shayna Baszler, because Baszler is an opponent like none other, so Becky Lynch has to give it all her A game here tonight if she wants to go to Backlash.
I applaud her for that. She's been running around and dancing, like you said, for all of these years. I think it's time for her to finally put her name up there in the high ranks of the greatest women's wrestlers out there. Like I said earlier, she wants to be mentioned with such names as Trish Stratus, Lita, and she wants to become that women's champion. And tonight she has to first, like I said, overcome Shayna Baszler, which is not an easy task. But I like this new attitude from Becky Lynch.
A huge confrontation we will see here tonight. We already saw some confrontation between those two in the past weeks when we had some standoffs, but right now it's finally time for the fight. It's finally time to throw your fists, and we have a huge prize on the line. Also later tonight we will see AJ Styles versus Andrade, Cien, Almas, to find out who will fight for the Intercontinental Championship at Backlash. But right now the focus is the women's division. The opponent at Backlash will be Sasha Banks for the winner of here tonight, and Sasha Banks, of course, is very dangerous, not only because she's Sasha Banks, but also because she has Bayley by her side, and Bayley is, let's say it's a complicated situation currently with Bayley and Sasha Banks.
She is Sasha Banks' best friend, Chris. That's what she is.
Yes, of course. And Shayna Baszler starts things off here against Becky Lynch, and starts off with hanging her out to dry.
That's copyright infringement right there.
And knees to the face, and Lynch is already knocked down.
We will hear from my lawyers about that. Trust me.
But right now, Lynch may need to go to the doctor after that fall. Baszler already seems very confident.
The referee is holding her back now so that Becky Lynch can come back, so that this fight can continue. Becky Lynch now on the attack with some forearm shots to Shayna Baszler. Very unusual to see. In the brawling side of things, Shayna Baszler should be on the upper hand.
Now the whip in, but nobody home. And Shayna Baszler flips her up and knees to the face once again. And Lynch is down.
One of the most iconic shots ever in Becky Lynch's career was, of course, that busted face that she had a couple of years ago. And Shayna Baszler, I think, wants to make sure that that face will bust it open yet again here tonight.
But just look at Baszler's aggression here. She's starting off
Love it.
with her usual brawling she knows from mixed martial arts.
After the arm, but this did not really at all in effect because Becky Lynch comes back right now and hits her with a scoop and a slap and then kicks her on the back.
Leg drop by Lynch. Goes to the ropes once again and another leg drop. Full speed ahead in this one, and this is Lynch's triumph card here if she wants to win. She needs to pick up the pace because if it's becoming a slow match, a slow tactical match, I guess that Shayna Baszler will have the upper hand here.
Going after the arm of Shayna Baszler, preparing, of course, herself for the disarm her, making sure that she can win this easier. And now she's taunting to the crowd here. I don't know. You know, we saw in her entrance that she is really not all about that anymore. Oh my God! Kicks Becky Lynch onto the ground. That roundhouse kick, that completely threw Becky Lynch off her game right here as she goes for a punch. But maybe I spoke too soon. Becky Lynch going up to the top rope. What is Becky Lynch going to do here? Going for a Hurricane Runner, but Baszler caught her in midair. But Becky tries to come back here with these punches. Can't come out of that, and then a rock style float over DDT puts her onto the ground.
Of course, Lynch is one of the most popular superstars in WWE, and you see why this is the case right here. She never gives up. She's always ready to strike when the opportunity arrives.
Going up to the second rope right now. Shayna Baszler has no orientation at all here as Becky Lynch immediately hits her with a dropkick as soon as she was on her feet and wants to have Shayna Baszler back on her feet to maybe go for another maneuver right here, but no. The counter by Shayna Baszler.
Once again the whip in. Lynch is now on the apron, but Baszler brings her right back to the ring with that suplex.
So she whips her out of the ring only to suplex her back into the ring.
Yes, indeed, she did that.
I'm not Shayna Baszler, so, you know.
You can be sure that Shayna Baszler has a plan.
Jesus Christ. Kicked Becky Lynch right there on the arm. Oh, no. Yet again. Oh! Now she is going after the arm of Becky Lynch, and once again. Jesus damn Christ. And as you can see, Becky Lynch right there holding her right arm right there as Baszler continues the attack now.
And once again, she's dropping a knee right into the head of the last kicker, and Lynch seems to be out, and once again.
Shayna Baszler is just playing now with her as she just knee drops her face over and over again into the match, and now just laughs about it, how easy it is for her against Becky Lynch. We just saw an even matchup here from these women right here in the first couple of minutes of this match, but it seems like Shayna Baszler now has completely took the lead in this one.
Now she picks up her opponent just to take her down again and right into the arm.
Going after the arm again,
And just a reminder, if Becky Lynch's arm is hurt, she cannot do her armbar, and then she's got a huge problem. But Baszler just doesn't catch. Now she stomps right into the face of Becky.
But I believe she went after that left arm. Right before it was the right arm. So she's just not going after one, but two of her arms. So this is very, very clever here by Shayna Baszler. Now she's going after the leg. She's just tearing apart every body part of Becky Lynch as she once again goes after now again the left arm. So the left and right arm are getting worked on. Shayna Baszler very, very intelligent right here, and this could spell disaster for Becky Lynch in this one as Baszler kicks her again into the face. And one more time here to possibly go into those knee drops again as she does right now. And the referee has to consider really to maybe throw this match out, Chris. I mean, this is getting very, very dangerous as Baszler just kicks her with those knee drops.
I don't know if Becky Lynch can defend herself, because if this isn't the case anymore, this match has to be stopped.
Once again.
And I think we're very near that. And just look at Baszler. She is so...
She's overconfident as hell.
Yes, indeed. But Becky Lynch is trying to get up.
Oh, she was going for a punch, but Becky Lynch comes back. And now maybe the comeback for Becky Lynch as she hits Shayna Baszler with the back explorer. But how much damage was done to Becky Lynch? Now she hit that explorer. Maybe this could be the turnaround. 1, 2.
No!
Woohoo!
That was a huge surprise for all of us, especially for Shayna Baszler. And now Lynch has to continue the attack if she wants to win this.
High risk maneuver by Becky Lynch. Maybe this time it works. No, once again, Shayna Baszler caught her. This time she connects with the powerbomb. And that right there might have been a mistake by Becky Lynch.
Now Lynch back on the feet, but Shayna Baszler knows what she gotta do.
Oh, beautiful gut-wrench suplex, and she holds on to Becky Lynch.
And now Baszler is ready for this match to end.
Oh, once again the hip toss right there with the knee strikes once again, trying to smash in the face of Becky Lynch. And like I said, that high-risk maneuver attempt might have been the mistake that Becky Lynch did that might cost her this match right here. I believe that right now as Baszler takes out with a spear.
Takedown by the Queen of Spades. And Baszler is back on the attack against Lynch. Now whipping into the corner by the Queen of Spades. It seems like Baszler has this nearly already won.
Oh my god, what is she going to do here right now? On the top rope, but Becky Lynch comes back. Becky's going back up on the top rope. This didn't work earlier.
Now it connects. The Hurricane Rana is connecting finally in the third try. And now Lynch has to follow it up. And does
this was a mistake probably, but hits her with a side kick. Becky Lynch has Shayna Baszler up right here. The third time,
she finally has the upper end right now.
She finally hit that, yes, exactly. She finally hit that diving Hurricane Rana after 2 attempts as she's now up on the top rope and goes for a Hurricane Rana.
And now Lynch is the one with the upper hand here. Maybe it is time for her to finish this.
I was maybe going for this armor or maybe another back exploder, but Shayna Baszler again with a reversal.
Once again going after the arm of the Irish Lass kicker. But of course you can see how Becky is exhausted as hell.
So going for the kicks here yet again and again. Ladies and gentlemen, a shot for the women's title here is at stake as the winner goes on to Backlash facing Sasha Banks. And once again Shayna Baszler taking apart body parts of Becky Lynch. This time the leg once more to maybe, to make sure that Becky Lynch doesn't go to the top rope anymore.
And now Baszler wants to finish her off? Question mark? No, not yet. Lynch is back up. And now this is her opportunity to fight back. Shayna Baszler is exhausted, as we can see here. This is the opportunity that Lynch needs.
And this is now turning into a bar fight as she now chops the absolute living hell out of Shayna Baszler in the corner and kicks her right out of the ring.
Baszler is on the outside and Lynch is following her. Oh, what is this? Punches to the back. Baszler picks her up right into the Kirifuda clutch, and this could choke out Lynch in a heartbeat. Baszler cannot win this match on the outside.
This can be it right here. Becky Lynch now in huge trouble. Shayna Baszler could just hold her until the count of 10, but then both would be counted out. So Shayna Baszler probably will just choke out and then maybe throw her back into the ring. That of course would be the smartest thing to do right here, as Becky Lynch is just fighting to make sure that she gets out of this hold. But at this point, she is just the victim of just this rear naked choke applied by Shayna Baszler. This could be the end right here for her, as she now lets go of Becky Lynch.
The referee is counting and Baszler knows that, so she lets go and wants to finish it off in the ring right now. Very smart by the Queen of Spades.
Incredibly smart right there. Highly intelligent in-ring IQ here by Shayna Baszler. Wait a minute!
What a punch by Lynch. And now the suplex. The suplex by Becky Lynch, and now she is on the upper hand. And what has she in mind here? And man and a slam by Becky Lynch. Man and a slam by the man right into the pin, and this could be it right here. Yes, it is. Becky Lynch is going to Backlash to fight Sasha Banks for the Women's Championship.
I will be honest right here, I did not think that this would be the end result right here. Shayna Baszler completely dominated this match right here. I mean, there is an actual winner and then there is a morally winner, in my opinion right here. Shayna Baszler completely dominated this match here against Becky Lynch, but in the end, the manhandle slam was enough for her, and Becky Lynch is going to Backlash.
And now she has the opportunity to fight for the Women's Championship, and we know that Becky Lynch is someone that likes to have one or the other championship. So this will definitely be a huge confidence booster for Lynch, but Sasha Banks, her opponent, especially right now with that Bayley situation, is very dangerous, and we do not know what is going on between those two or with Bayley. So Becky Lynch has another huge challenge ahead if she wants to become the Women's Champion when we go to Backlash. But first of all, she won against Shayna Baszler, so the first step is done for her, and now she's going for a microphone. Yeah, she's right, that was definitely a great fight. And of course, she always wants to fight with the best here in WWE.
And now she also puts her nose into Sasha Banks and Bayley's business. Why is everybody doing that?
Speaking of Sasha Banks, that's her music. Sasha Banks could be here? Question mark. Her music is playing in the arena.
I don't believe it until I see her.
And there she is, Sasha Banks. The blueprint is on the final show of the blue brand. Oh, Sasha Banks is everything but nice here. Of course, she thinks that she is the standard of this division. Oh wow. Of course, Banks and Lynch have a huge history together.
There you go, finally she addresses it. It's now no one's business besides Sasha Banks and Bayley's.
A real friend? A real friend?
She basically calls out everybody on Twitter.
Sasha Banks made Bayley lay down for her in that semi-final match, and Oh, Sasha Banks is going there. Of course, Becky and Charlotte were some friends until a couple of years ago. So Lynch is the one with the ego here?
Yes.
Not having any friends can hurt you more than you think. Wow. Wait a minute.
Oh, ho, ho, ho! Look behind you, Becky!
And Bayley is here with a chair in hand.
Come on, Bayley, do it for the friendships.
And she don't know if she should hit it, but Bayley says, hit me with the chair and become everything you hate. And Bayley's thinking about it.
Do it! She said do it! Come on, just hit her!
And now she does! Takes down the man. This definitely is not the Bayley we used to know. Whatever Sasha Banks has done to her, this is definitely not Bayley. This is just someone who pretends to be Bayley.
Wow, that was a clear statement right here by Sasha Banks and Bayley. She's more than ready to face Becky Lynch at Backlash, and that right there was a clear statement made by Sasha Banks.
So you should definitely not miss it when those two compete for the Women's Championship at Backlash. But we have another situation going on in the past few weeks here on SmackDown between the Revival and Pete Dunne and Hideo Itami. The Revival attacked Itami and Dunne multiple times, so those teams will square off at Backlash, and because of all those attacks, it will be a street fight. And the winner of this match will earn a future opportunity for the WWE Tag Team Championship, currently held by Joe Hennig and Borrowed Thunder, the Heritage. But of course, that's not all we have in store at Backlash. There's so much more, because of course the WWE Tag Team Championships are also on the line as the Heritage takes on the Usos. Jimmy and Jey Uso try to become the new WWE Tag Team Champions.
3 second-generation superstar, 1 of the 3rd generation. This will be a generation clash. This will be awesome.
And speaking of awesome, this will be awesome too. The Beast Brock Lesnar goes one-on-one with Daniel Bryan, a dream match which we are about to see at Backlash between the Beast and the American Dragon. But there are some high stakes on the line, as the winner of this match will go on to the main event of the show to fight for the WWE Championship in the currently vacant spot against the Messiah, Seth Rollins. One of those 3 men will walk out Backlash, the WWE Champion.
My money is on Vacant.
So we already talked about the women's title, the tag team title, WWE title, but there's one more championship, and that is the Intercontinental Championship. We already found out on Raw that Kevin Owens will be in the match to crown the champion when he won against his friend Sami Zayn after that distraction by Eric Young. And now we will find out who will be in the second spot, and one of the contenders here is Andrade, Cien, Almas, as he will go one-on-one with AJ Styles. And the interesting fact here, Matt, last week we saw the Beat the Clock challenge here on SmackDown. Daniel Bryan won that, of course. Andrade and AJ Styles had both exactly the same time before, so there was a second place draw. And General Manager Eric Bischoff said those guys get an opportunity, they can fight each other, and the winner will be in that Intercontinental Championship match. But to say Andrade won against Randy Orton last week is maybe a bit too much, right?
Well, I mean, Randy Orton whipped him back into the ring and did not really, he didn't really realize the situation that he was in, as the referee was at the 10 count, so you might say that this was not really a victory for Andrade Cien Almas, but Randy Orton kind of screwed himself there when he whipped him into the ring. So, you know, this is probably then just Andrade's game. I mean, I like Randy Orton, don't get me wrong, but Andrade took advantage of that situation, and right now he has the chance to prove himself here against AJ Styles. This will be an incredible main event to this last episode of SmackDown. I cannot wait for this. Let's go!
And just like we already said, this is the final episode of SmackDown, because after Backlash, which will be the next WWE event, after that we will debut WWE Rush, WWE's new weekly show that is replacing Raw and SmackDown, where you can watch all of your favorite WWE superstars combined on one show. But we are going to shift our focus to these two men, because AJ Styles and Andrade Cien Almas are two of the greatest wrestlers we have on planet Earth right now. Of course, Andrade from Mexico, he grew up with that lucha style, and AJ Styles has been everywhere in the world, but especially in Japan, there was a place where he really grew as a performer.
Yeah, both men made their name pretty much in Japan, then came pretty much at the exact same time over here to the States, and then competed in the largest promotion in the world. Since then they have never faced each other until now, and now they're going to face each other, and there are high stakes in this one, like in our opening contest. So this will be great, ladies and gentlemen. Just sit back and relax. This will be great.
And Andrade wants to relax too, but AJ Styles said, no, my friend.
Maybe this will be quicker than I thought.
And Andrade is stunned, but AJ Styles wants to finish it as fast as he can. Kicked by AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, throws the punches against the man formerly known as La Sombra.
And he gets him up and hits him with a TKO on the top rope right there.
And now Andrade Cien Almas is on the outside, the place he knows very dear from that match last week against Randy Orton.
I'm sure he has PTSD from that announcer's table right there.
Speaking of the announcer table,
or maybe not,
he's ripping apart our table, the exact table he was RKO'd through last week. And now he's saying, no.
The referee's holding AJ Styles back in the ring.
Yeah, of course the referee knows what happened last week with Andrade.
Yeah, he doesn't want this match to end in chaos. And now we have some tranquilo by Andrade Cien Almas. A lot of posing here in the early seconds.
But there are certain clubs that are for lives, but what is also for lives are the scars from a shop. But AJ Styles is already back on the attack against the Mexican with the dropkick. Takes him down.
Normally we see the drop down and then the leapfrog and then the dropkick by AJ Styles. This time he just hit him immediately. So that Andrade, who is a great scouter, maybe could have seen that one coming. So he immediately hit that dropkick. Very intelligent here by AJ Styles.
And now Styles picks up Andrade once again and takes him down with the body slam.
I like that in 2022 we still see body slams in a wrestling match, which seemed like a lost art in the world of professional wrestling, and we saw that earlier with, like, I think it was Becky Lynch who hit it with Shayna Baszler, or otherwise, or the other way around, and we saw it right again here by AJ Styles, and now the reversal by Andrade Cien Almas, and he goes for a snap suplex.
Sometimes the basics are the most effective stuff, as we can see with that suplex that Andrade just did here, and now he follows him up foot with the Hurricane Rana.
And as you can see right there, that body slam and that snap the body slam was done by AJ Styles, I'm sorry, but the snap suplex by Andrade already hitting his mark right there, as AJ Styles was holding his back right there and gives him a hard shot across the chest of AJ Styles, and now continues the attack right there as he's standing on AJ Styles. Very arrogant here by Andrade, but very effective also.
Of course, both of these superstars were brought to WWE by Triple H because he wanted to see moves like this from Andrade against AJ Styles. And of course, Triple H is in the building, as we saw earlier. He's still looking for Mr. McMahon, as well as Andrade is still looking to go to Backlash. And now he throws the punches right into the face of the Phenomenal One.
And again the posing here by Mr. Tranquilo, Andrade, Cien, Almas, and now he's just punching away on AJ Styles.
The Phenomenal might be already done here, but Andrade needs to follow it up. And he does. No. Yes, he does.
Great. He also can fake out a move right here, or make sure that AJ was preparing for another move and then hit that German suplex. Beautiful stuff by Andrade, Cien, Almas. And now he goes after the leg of AJ Styles.
But once again, he's taking his time to feel the moment. You cannot feel the moment when you're fighting with AJ Styles.
Beautiful running Hurricane, showing off his Lucha Libre roots like you mentioned earlier on. Now he's on the top rope. Andrade, Cien, Almas, maybe going for a moonsault as we know it, but he wants AJ Styles to go up. What is he going to do here? Andrade, Cien, Almas hitting that tomahawk chop, watching his Tatanka tapes.
But this is not the end of the match yet, as Andrade wants to follow it up, but AJ Styles back on his feet. Of course, he knows what he's gonna do to win. These are two of the greatest superstars we have, and they are showing it off here.
Multiple forearms now by Andrade, and puts it down with the Hurricane Runner yet again. I would say so far Andrade is on the upper hand here. I don't know about you, Chris, but Andrade is doing a great job right here. I thought the posing in the beginning was maybe a little bit too much. I would always advise to celebrate after the match, after you won. But Andrade so far does a fantastic job in this one, and now we are on the outside, and this of course is critical, as we saw, like you mentioned earlier, with Andrade and Orton. But Andrade of course knows the situation, whips AJ Styles back into the ring.
And now he is ready to finish Styles off.
Watch this. I've seen this before. Cartwheel, Pele kick, but no, AJ Styles reverses. He doesn't want to get hit with his own Pele kick because he's also known for that maneuver as well, as AJ Styles hits him with a fireman's carry sidewalk slam.
And now Styles goes to the top. Of course, he has many maneuvers he can hit from up there.
AJ Styles is getting ready to fly here, but he gets caught by Andrade, like we saw in our earlier match between Shayna Baszler and Becky Lynch. No one can hit that goddamn flying Hurricane Runner here.
That is why they call it high risk, and there was no reward for AJ Styles, but for Andrade, as he goes once again for a suplex against the Phenomenal.
Nicely done.
And now he wants to give it another try.
The cartwheel into the Pele kick, and this time he connects it. This time right on the head of AJ Styles. And maybe Andrade is calling out now for the Andrade here with his hammerlock DDT, for example. But reversal yet again by AJ Styles. Hammerlock DDT is not coming yet. AJ is trying to fight this one back. As Andrade now in the corner, chops him one more. Of course, at some point he was mentored by the Nature Boy, and as you can see, that of course is still in his arsenal. The chops that were taught by the Nature Boy, and now a great elbow drop from the second rope right here. AJ Styles now in control. I mentioned earlier that Andrade was so far, in my opinion, the one that impressed me the most, but AJ Styles, besides that one mistake on the top rope, is trying to come back here now.
Yes, indeed, and now he is going on the apron. Could be time for the
maybe?
No! That was a huge blockbuster by the Phenomenal.
He's up on the top rope. Referee wants him down there, but AJ is trying to go for this again. We saw this earlier with Becky Lynch. This did not work, but maybe it does now. The second attempt works for AJ Styles. Becky needed 3. AJ Styles only needed 2, as he wants Andrade to come back. Maybe going for the Styles Clash already, but Andrade pushes him off. Oh.
And now once again, Hurricane Rana, and Styles hit the turnbuckle pad a couple of centimeters with his foot, I guess, and this hurts more than it sounds like.
Andrade, once again, we saw him posing right there. Like I said, maybe you should wait until the match is over, but we'll see how this will affect him right here, because right now he's still on the upper hand. Now puts AJ Styles there on the top rope. Again, ladies and gentlemen, an Intercontinental shot is in the balance here. Or hangs in the balance, I should say. But and now Andrade is up there on the top rope. What is this? What is this? Oh!
Super Hurricane Rana by Andrade Cien Almas.
Super Hurricane Rana.
This could be it for Styles, as Andrade tells him to stand up again.
Oh, here we go. Hammerlock DDT. That's it.
And now Andrade goes to the pen. The ref is counting. Andrade is going to Backlash. No!
Oh, what? What? He kicked out of the hammerlock DDT. Andrade is shocked by that. He doesn't even know how to follow that up by just, he just taunts right there. But this maybe is the wrong thing of doing. But now maybe he can follow that up. Maybe with another hammerlock DDT, question mark.
Oh, once again, the punches by Andrade Cien Almas. And you can see Styles is exhausted.
And now he hangs him out to dry.
Yes, indeed he does.
That is how we do it.
And now Andrade going to the top.
Oh, moonsault time. No!
Moonsault connects.
Corkscrew moonsault here by Andrade Cien Almas. Hits perfectly. The crowd is on their feet here for this match between these two great athletes right here. AJ Styles with the forearm smash. Another forearm smash hits its mark. Forearm City right here.
But he has a plan here in mind. What is this?
A lot of maneuvers from the top rope here. Oh no.
He picks him up, and this could be a superplex. We saw the Super Hurricane Rana by Andrade. We also saw a Super Hurricane Rana by AJ Styles. This match is unbelievable. A lot of high-risk maneuvers. Both of these guys really risk it all right here, because they know there's a championship match in the hanging in the balance right here. On the line, and then Andrade hitting that big boot, as he also did with Randy Orton. That of course spelled disaster eventually for Orton. And now he has it on the outside. And remember the table, there's still the table that Andrade, destroyed here to make sure that you could perform a maneuver on there. As AJ Styles whips him on there. This could not end well. I've seen this before now. AJ Styles instead of Randy Orton. As AJ Styles picks him up. Oh no! Picks him up. No. It's a Styles Clash by AJ Styles through the table.
Where are we at the count? What is the count? What does the ref say?
Styles picks him up, and if he is able to do a pin in the ring, this will be it. Andrade is out. You do not get up after a Styles Clash.
But AJ Styles made sure that he entered the ring earlier, so that he doesn't get counted out. And now AJ Styles once again going for the Styles Clash after the Styles Clash on the announcer's table. A second one makes the deal perfect. 1, 2, and AJ Styles wins this great classic matchup between himself and Andrade Cien Almas. Wow, this was a great main event to finish off SmackDown for good. Great stuff what these two men showed us, and AJ Styles has got himself an Intercontinental title match.
So at Backlash it will be AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship. What a maneuver by the Phenomenal. There's no getting up after that.
And especially when you hit it for the second time right there. There was a time when AJ Styles hit that move for 2 years straight in New Japan and nobody ever kicked out of. And here once again Andrade is a victim of the Styles Clash. Congratulations to the Phenomenal One for picking up the victory in our main event.
So he will fight for the GOAT when we are at Backlash. This will be a slobber knocker when he faces Kevin Owens for that prestigious Intercontinental Championship. What a match those two have given us here in the main event. Oh, and now we see the Sherman.
Can I get a raise?
Oh, and Triple H finally is able to speak with him. He was searching for him already on Raw. And he wants to know why Stephanie and Tim wasn't told about those changes Miss McMahon announced with the end of... wait, what? Well, a brawl between Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan?
Come on, camera guys, go back there. We need to see this.
And of course, Vince has to leave too because of what is going on here. What is going on here? Lesnar and Bryan are fighting, as that backstage worker said.
I'm getting word that they're immediately. Oh, they're coming to the ring right here. Brock Lesnar has Daniel Bryan by the neck.
Brock Lesnar wasn't even supposed to be here.
I presume Lesnar heard what Daniel Bryan said here earlier on our broadcast and just whipped him to the entrance stage. And who knows what Brock Lesnar already did to Daniel Bryan. And this is very, very critical because our next show is Backlash. The Backlash is only a couple of days away and Brock Lesnar takes Daniel Bryan right now.
And now he takes him down to the ring. What has the Beast in mind here? Of course, the Beast is the most dangerous man, but would you want to get away in the way of the Beast?
We need all the police cops that we can get. We get all the backstage guys. We need the entire goddamn roster out here. Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar going at it. A little preview for our Backlash match right there. But Brock Lesnar takes Daniel Bryan. This is another weight class right here when you look at it. Of course, Brock Lesnar a heavyweight and Daniel Bryan more of a light heavyweight. And now Lesnar just picks him up, slams him down right here. We need the goddamn roster. We need someone to break these two up right here. Or World title just at risk. Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy god almighty, no!
Have you seen how his head snapped on that turnbuckle? Oh no. Once again the German suplex, and it might be time to go to Suplex City, but I think Bryan is out. Once again, German suplex, but is there nobody that can stop Lesnar here? I mean,
I'm serious right now. This is very, very critical. Daniel Bryan is known for having concussions and problems in the past right here as Brock Lesnar picks him up and hits him with the F5 to completely demonstrate his goddamn power over Daniel Bryan as Daniel Bryan lays her. Oh my god, and I think we need help right here. We need the medics, for God's sakes.
What has Brock Lesnar just done here? This could be the end of Daniel Bryan. Will Bryan even make it to Backlash? Stay tuned to find out. Good night from the final episode of SmackDown.